All right, guys. So one thing I hate, and I'm pretty sure we could agree on that, is pain. Pain is pain that stops us from performing your movement, your favorite exercises, or whether it's your sport. Um, and what pain does, the body is a survival mechanism. So the body doesn't care how strong you are, how good you look. The body is a survival mechanism first. And if you are experiencing pain and you are not addressing that pain, and you are changing your movement to reduce the pain, then more than likely, or what eventually is going to happen, you're going to start developing pain in other areas of the body. All right, you're going to start altering your movement patterns, and then in turn altering your joint mechanics. So today I'm gonna go through as fast as I can, be as informative as I can, to teach you a little bit about what's going on when you have golfer's elbow, what's called medial epicondylitis, right? So the medial epicondyle is on the inside of the arm. Your four muscles that really act to pull the forearm this way. All right, we got the pronator teres, we got the flexor radialis, we got the palmaris longus, and we got the flexor ulnaris. That's this little one on the inside. Now, on the opposite side of the arm, we got the extensors of the form. We got the extensors ulnaris, the extensor radialis longus, the extensor radialis brevis. That opposes this action, right? So we got this, we got that. Now, what happens? The first thing we do is, or what we know to do, is the wrist curls, the flexion and the extension to strengthen the grip. But when there's pain in a joint, you gotta examine the joint and its neighbors. So in this case, elbow, you look at the wrist and you look at the shoulder. Now, from my experience, from having this pain myself and from helping other guys overcome this pain, what we're gonna do is look at the shoulder, because more than likely it's coming from some type of internal rotation. And I'm gonna show you why. All right, let's say, I'm gonna perform this bicep curl. So this right here is a straight bar, okay? If I'm gonna just get a little bit here, I'm gonna disappear a bit. If my shoulders, right, are internally rotated, and I'm gripping this bar wider than hip, look at what happens to my elbow. All right, I'm putting so much stress on the epicondyle because the shoulder one is like this, and now I'm forcing my palm into supination, and now I'm trying to get wide here. So now look at what's happening. My medial epicondyle is always under stress. All right, now you see this happening too in beginners, where you would see somebody trying to perform a cable chest fly, and the arms are running this way, but the cable is running all the way up there. Now, if I'm doing a fly like this for the chest, and the cable is higher than the level of my elbow, it's going to pull my arm, it's going to externally rotate my arm like that. Now, if my shoulder is locked up, then all that movement has to come from the medial epicondyle. Same thing with a dumbbell fly. The dumbbell, the elbow, and the shoulder must be in line. Same thing with a cable. So you got to understand the direction of resistance and putting your joints and your muscles in line to directly oppose that resistance. All right, because with this movement here, you're gonna start getting that pain on the elbow, and you're gonna start thinking like, what do I need to do? You just probably need to change your mechanics a little bit. So here's what's gonna happen. We wanna also, all right, because this is tight, right? This is this way. We wanna loosen this up. You could use a ball, get in here, and mash those fibers up. If you have one of these things, you could do like this and loosen up those four muscles on the inside. I call them the four horsemen of elbow pain, all right? They kind of just, you do that. Now, what I do, I don't perform any type of wrist curl. So, just think about this. We are here. This is what's happening. So we want to go this way. What I usually do is start from here, and I use something that's thick. So this is 2 pieces of 1-inch steel that I kind of use duct tape, 1-inch corrugated. It's not the right shape. It's kind of square looking, but you should try and get something wrong. This works for me. I don't use the thumb. I go with a hook grip, and I go from the 3 o'clock position. In your case, might be the 9 o'clock. I'm not sure. And we go to the 12. Now what that does, that fires up the muscles of the extensors of the forearm. More so the extensor radialis longus. All right? Now that muscle goes all the way here and attaches to the opposite side, the lateral epicondyle. It kind of gets, mixed up with the brachioradialis. That's this muscle right here. And I start from the 3 o'clock position straight to the 12 o'clock position. And if I could zoom in a little bit, you could see that muscle firing up right here. Now what this does, creating tension on the opposite side of the medial epicondyle on the elbow, eccentrically reduces the stress here. Remember, we have this agonist-antagonistic relationship. So when the agonist gets tight concentrically, the antagonist loads eccentrically. So we're creating tension on one side, and we're creating, we reducing tension on the other side. Make sense? It's like a bicep and a tricep. When you're working your triceps, you go to superset with a bicep curl, your biceps feel like they're on fire, they're pumped, and you can lift more. It's because of this agonist-antagonist relationship. So here's how we get this thing fixed, right? 1, we loosen up the forearm, right? Whether it's with a ball or with a gun. 2, use something like this and go from the 3 o'clock to the 12 o'clock position. We probably get to 1. Once you start going past here, you're gonna fire up the muscle on the inside. You're gonna re-engage these muscles. We don't want to do that. We want to engage muscles on the outside here, right? So that's what you're gonna do for the forearms. But guys, that is not the problem. That's just the symptom. What you want to do is attack the shoulder. The shoulder is the problem here. So I'm gonna loop this up here, and I'm gonna get, bang. I'm gonna go in here to loosen up the shoulder. I'm gonna pin the pec minor, pin the pec major, get on the floor, and start moving this arm around. I've shown you this movement to get prep for your chest workouts. This is gonna unpin that shoulder. The pec minor gets tight, it's gonna roll the shoulder in and down. So we need to get this back this way. What we could also do here is lock in, get the arm behind the head, and get the elbow all the way back. All right, so we want to get that shoulder, we want to get this arm into external rotation. So we want to pin, loosen up the pec minor, loosen up the pec major, and then start stretching that shoulder up. Now we created, now we reduce the tension, now we got to strengthen. So any exercise that you can do to pull the shoulders back. So it could be some bent over flies with the dumbbell. It could be some cable flies here, rubber band pull. Anything to get that scapula to do this, to retract and to open up the chest. Now, if we are internally rotated, we got to also examine our ratios of pushes to pulls. All right, so on chest day, and everybody likes to do chest on a Monday, right? You do 36 sets for your chest, or 20-some sets for your chest, and then you do like about 24 sets for your back, or 36 sets for your back. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. But if you're here, you need more than 1-to-1. You need to ensure that you are pulling more than you are pushing. So you pull and you roll your shoulders back. And you always want to train with proper posture. I know that was just a lot of information. This video might as well be like about 30-40 minutes just on the fix of the forearm. So just to recap, pain on the forearm is just the symptom. The fix is in the shoulder. Loosen up the muscles on the inside of the forearm. Strengthen the muscles on the opposite side. That's going to provide some relief. Long-term relief is what you're going to do to unpin that shoulder, get back into external rotation, and get that scapula back and down. So your atomical neutral position looks like this, and it doesn't look like this. This is very hard to fix because you text, you type, you write, you do everything with the palms down. So you gotta really work on this one. Rolling the shoulders back, getting the palms up, getting the scap to retract. All right, Jay Nelson here. Hope that helps. I know it's a lot of information. I kind of just showed you the strategy and not enough tactics, but that's the time we have. I know you're busy. Talk to you later.